Alright. We'll give you a feel of how steep the hill is up there. You're going to see Dalton start coming down in a minute. Yeah, we're still running. So we're down to 2 fields on this farm. We're back here in the back and on the side of this old hill. Cutting this little hillside corner. Now the corn does really good down this way, which will be at the bottom of the hill, and it's going to gradually get worse as we get to the top. I mean, when I say worse, it's going to be like probably a 25 bushel difference between the bottom and the top. You get way up to the very top, it's probably going to be a 50 bushel difference because it's getting closer to the trees. We got some inroads to cut out right here around this old clump of trees. Which is also there's no well over here too. We dropped the combine off in it a couple years ago. Well, I said the corn was going to gradually get worse. I don't think it is. I bet there ain't 10 bushels difference between up on the side of the hill and down in that bottom, which is good. By the well here. Oh, she's filling even more. Look, white pipe marks it. We dropped the combine under one here though. And she sat right down and we were stuck. Alright, now we get to play the waiting game. Alright, we'll give you a feel of how steep the hill is up there. You're going to see Dalton start coming down in a minute. Kind of see him through the tree, but he'll be coming around that big cedar in just a second. Big cedar right there. There he is, coming down the hill. Down that hill, had to kind of hook left to go around some bad slopes. It'll hook back right. You have to come all the way across this field, get to the crossing, and we'll meet him over here. And this one is old-fashioned terrace fields. Got them big terraces in it. That grass strip is left out because there's like a 4-foot difference between this side of the grass and that side of the grass. So they planted up to the terrace on the bottom. That didn't come over because it's too steep. I don't have a flex planter, so it won't flex. We flexed her out as much as we can. And that grass strip right there, that's the drainage ditch that drains from this other farm across this farm. So we got a spot right here we can cross that ain't deep. And there's a big hole on this side. Right here's a big deep hole. There's a solid spot, then a ditch. I think this over here is actually an old dried up pond. And what we're crossing is the old pond dam. You can just pull straight underneath me. And let the gold nuggets roll. Boom. I'll just circle around him. Myself positioned like I want to be. We might have one more combine load of corn here. Maybe. We probably only got like a half acre up there to cut.
I'm gonna take this one back and dump it in the semi, then the semi will be full.
Sounds good, buddy. Get me on the radio. I may or may not need you to come back down here, okay?
Sounds good.
Alright, got that. Dump that there. You see me trucking around, he's going around that terrace. I told him to do that stuff. Don't be trying to drive over in terraces with that grain cart. No need in rolling it. Yeah, we might not have a load up here. Go down there and make sure this boy does all right pulling the hill. He only choked it out once. The first time out of here, I had him loaded too heavy, and he was going too fast. And it just, tractor didn't spin out, she just choked herself off. So I told him to just run a little bit slower, as far as ground speed wise, but keep your RPMs up. He's got to go around that. There's a bad lip there, got to swing wide, hook back left, and then hook back right to pull the hill. Oh, puff of black smoke, he threw it to it. Yeah, he got her. That's just dumping her anyways. So, that boy's doing all right. Not too bad for a teenager that has never pulled a steep hill like that, ever. We've run some other hills this year, but nothing that steep, and that's also a long hill. It's steep and long. Well, it's steep when you first get on it steep, then it kind of levels out a little bit, but it's a pretty long hill going out of here. But he's doing good. Finished cutting my funky inroads and are planting around this sinkhole, or well, whatever it is. It's no well. I got what was told. I think it's an old well from back when this place was homesteaded. And you know, it's been a while. And there was a house back here. Yeah, we don't have a full load. that group of trees in the middle, it's deceiving of how much corn is actually left. Well, they got it planted weird. I got it planted where I'm planted as. 6. Yeah, here's where the corn gets crappy at, right here. Just poor little spot of ground on top of this hill. But what the bottom part of this field makes up for it. Off the windshields. Alright. Get our lung standing near a corn right here. Can't leave that. Gotcha.
You don't need me to come back down there.
Nope, I'm coming out.
Sounds good.
Trucking out of here. So yeah, we're down on the bottom down there, and then we just back up behind them trees, so it's all uphill that way. Got the hilltop done. Yeah, so on this farm, this is 5 fields. It's the 3rd field we cut. We just left the 5th field. We're gonna drive across the 2nd field. But yeah, we're uphill, downhill. We go up one hill, back down another. You can see all the trucks way over there. Headed back downhill. Then that cornfield's on the side of a hill. So yeah, so this field goes over the hill like that. Field number 2. Field number 1's the other side of the trucks. So run over here, dump us in the grain cart, and then we will go to the next field. I'm not gonna dump us in the semi. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. And so that field's all uphill. I gotta have both hands ready so I can drive across this ditch. Don't need to be holding a steering wheel. We're down to the short roads on this farm, folks. Down to the short roads. It looks like overall the farm's done fairly well. I mean, we had probably 4 acres of replant over here that decided to drown back out again, you know. So overall, it did good. 2, 4, 6. Got my skips. So over here we had some corn do like 150. We had some do well over 250. We've had some average 180. So once again, all over the board, but a lot better than last year. Boy, I love farming this rolly ground. That's it. That's all she wrote right there. Get back out of here, go get in the truck, and race to town. So it's 3 o'clock. The grinder told us I was going to stay up till 6 this evening. So we'll get the last of this hauled off and then come back and move to another farm. So we'll move again. That would leave us one farm, but I forgot we got to go back to a different farm and finish cutting corn. Yeah, forgot about that. Forgot about all the green replants that we left. At the start of September, we are in the first week of October. Now, we did have 1 week of rain. So basically, we're going to get everything cut in roughly 3 weeks, which is pretty good. Pretty good. We don't have about half a combine load in this thing. Well, in this thing, in the combine, we got half a load in the combine. We would have had enough in the grain cart to fill 1 dump truck up. But then we'd be hauling a dab. No, just a dab in 1 truck. So what I told Dalton to do was put 1 dump in 1 dump truck and 1 in another. That way, 1 ain't towing extra hard. Then we'll jump into a heavy Chevy and we'll be racing to town. So I'm gonna get in that dump truck and we'll catch up with y'all in a little bit. All right, folks, we're back. We got the head set off. We're getting the convoy together. Convoy. Radio check.
Radio.
Don't turn your lights and flashers on. We get out of this little road. We got 1 mile of horrible road. And we're clear sailings. So. All right, we're gonna go back and get more stuff.